everyone and welcome to this video. My name is Ellie, I'm a long distance hiker and backpacker, and in this video I want to show you my current lightweight gear list that I'm going to be using when I'm through hiking with my dog. So let's go! When you're seeing this video, I'm probably already on my way to Scotland with my dog Otto, and we're going to hike the West Highland Way along with a couple of other trails after that in March and April. And this is everything that I'm going to take with me. It's a bit heavier than my normal setup because in Scotland it can be quite cold in March and April, so it's more of a winter, autumn, early spring setup, so a bit on the warmer side, a bit on the heavier side. My normal base weight for my last through hikes was around 8.5 kilograms, including everything that I'm bringing for Otto, and also a lot of electronics, my iPad to film and edit hiking vlogs on the trail. So it's not ultra light obviously, but I'm very happy with it. I took a couple of years dialing everything in and I'm really happy with my setup. I don't have the exact base weight for this. As I said, normally my base weight is around 8.5 kilograms, but since it's more of a winter setup and I'm going to use a heavier sleeping pad, for example, and some extra insulation pants, it's probably going to be a bit heavier, so probably around 9.2, 9.3 kilograms, but I didn't weigh everything just yet. But let's start with the big three that I'm going to be bringing. First off, the backpack. I'm going to be using the Durston Cargo 55. I've used it for a little shakedown hike a couple of weeks ago and I was very happy with it, so yeah, I'm bringing that. The fabric is really water resistant. I don't know if it's 100% waterproof, but it's water resistant. But just to be on the safe side, I'm probably adding a pack liner. That's just something that's really lightweight, a Nylofume pack liner. It only weighs a couple of grams, so I'm going to add this. Then the second item of my big three is the Durston X-Mid 1 person, the solid version of it. I've used it for over 100 nights on my through hike last year and I was so happy with it. There's no wear and tear. I'm also bringing a piece of Tyvek that I'm going to be using as a ground sheet. Some packs to go with it. I'm going to be taking 8 or 9 of the MSR Groundhog packs. They work really well. That's the regular, a bit longer version. Since it's not a freestanding tent, obviously my trekking poles that I'm going to be using for hiking, but also for setting up the tent. Then my next item is my quilt. If you have seen my last gear videos, that's one of the items that I'm really in love with. I've used it for over 2 years and it has no holes, nothing. I'm so happy with it. It's a synthetic quilt from Creme Expert, made from Apex 233. So it's rated down to -3, -4 degrees, and I've had it in these temperatures and it was fine. And then the last one of the big four is my sleeping pad. Usually I'm hiking with the Thermarest Neo Air X Lite, but that was more in spring and summer and autumn. Now, since it's going to be a bit colder probably, especially end of March, early April, I'm going to be taking the Thermarest Neo Air X Term. Yeah, I've used it on my last hike in January and was really happy with it. And an inflatable pillow, that's just something that I picked up a couple of years ago. It's not the most lightweight, but it still works, so I'm going to take this. And then related to the sleep system, I'm bringing some booties to wear at night. And then that's new. These are insulation pants made from Apex, so the synthetic material that my quilt is also made of. They're custom made by Creme Expert. I've used them on my last shakedown hike a couple of weeks ago and I really like them. They're really lightweight. I think they only weigh like 130 or 40 grams, and yeah, I'm definitely going to be taking these for at night or in the evening when I'm at camp. Now let's talk shoes. If you've seen my last plantar fasciitis video a couple of days ago, you already know that I switched to zero drop well-cushioned shoes last year on my thru-hike after getting plantar fasciitis, and I was really happy with the Ultra Olympus 5, and yeah, I'm going to be using them too with the plantar fasciitis insoles from Dr. Scholz. That's a brand new pair, really excited to wear those. For camp shoes, I'm bringing just some foam slipper things, the one that you get for free at a hotel, something like that. They're really lightweight. I think they only weigh like 40 grams, which is incredible. Then for my clothes, obviously some underwear. Then I'm going to bring 3 pairs of socks, one for sleeping in, then one for hiking. It's a bit of a longer pair, and then 1 pair of Injinji toe socks in case I get blisters or hot spots or just something going on with my toes. I'm going to change between these two. Then for my sleep clothes, a pair of leggings and a long sleeve. Then for my hiking clothes, I'm not going to bring shorts this time. I really like hiking shorts, but it's going to be too cold. I'm not going to wear them. So I'm just bringing a pair of hiking leggings. They have like these reinforced things on my knees, and yeah, they're really comfortable. Then I'm bringing a t-shirt and a long sleeve for hiking that I'm going to be wearing depending on the temperatures, either the t-shirt or the long sleeve. And then, that's also one of my favorite items since my thru-hike last year, my really lightweight fleece hoodie made from Alphatech, which is a really lightweight fleece material, and I really like those. It's so breathable and lightweight, but still warm, and yeah, I'm going to be using that. And then for more insulation, I'm wearing my Patagonia Micro Puff jacket. That's also a synthetic jacket, and yeah, really happy with that. Then obviously, since it's still cold, a beanie and some gloves. 2 buffs, one that I can also wear over my head if it's really cold at night, something like that. And yeah, just another one. And then my rain clothes. I'm going to bring my waterproof socks. These are from Sealskins. I've had them for 2 years. They're really, they work really well for me, especially if it's really cold too. They are not the most comfortable to wear while hiking, so I'm usually not wearing them for days and days on end, but yeah, they're just really nice to have in a case it's really wet. Then my rain jacket, that's my new one. If you have seen my last video, I picked up the Patagonia Storm jacket, and I'm really excited to try it. My rain pants, they were really cheap. I've had them for a couple of years already. They still work perfectly. And then that's a first for me on a thru-hike at least. I'm going to bring waterproof gaiters. These are a bit high, but they're still really lightweight. Just to have a bit of protection so that my legs don't get wet if it's really wet, or if it's really boggy. My feet will get probably a bit wet even in the waterproof socks after a while, but yeah, that's just adds a little bit of rain protection. Also, if I'm walking over pathless terrain and there are ticks, something like that. Next up is my first aid kit, not just for me, but also obviously I'm taking a few things for Otto in case he needs them. First up, some scissors, then really important, a tick remover along with some wound disinfectant, just poured in a small bottle, and some iodine cream. Then a bit of Leukotape that I just rolled on here, some gauze, some elastic wrap, then some blister plasters and band-aids for me, then a couple of meds for Otto, some probiotics in case he has an upset stomach or something like that, or if I have to switch his food, something like that, and some diarrhea medication, and then some pain meds, mainly for me, but there's also something that is safe to use for dogs that Otto could have in case there's a real emergency. And then, if you've seen my last video, I'm also going to be taking my golf ball for rolling my feet and my cork ball to use for my calf muscles. And then some miscellaneous items, so to say. A little bit of cord to strap something to my pack to make a makeshift clothesline, a spare lighter with some duct tape rolled around. Then a couple of things to repair my tent, some tenacious tape, one of these patches for my thermarest sleeping pad, and super glue, a really small tube, and then a couple of needles and thread, in case something breaks or I have to fix my clothes. Then next up, my electronics. First up, my power bank. That's a bigger one. As you can see, it's quite heavy. It's 25,000 milliampere, but I have to charge quite a few things with my camera, my iPad that I'm taking for editing videos. So yeah, it's a bit heavy, but in my opinion, it's worth it. Then a wall charger with 2 USB-C ports and the cables to go with it. Then my GPS watch that I'm going to be using to record my hikes. Then my Garmin InReach Mini, my satellite locator beacon satellite device for emergencies, but also to send check-in messages. My camera that I'm going to be filming with, along with some spare batteries. Then a couple of small things, spare micro SD cards, card reader, just some things basically for filming. And I'm also going to take my small iPad with me. That's not here right now, but it's also part of my gear list. Then my tiny flex tail pump that I'm really excited to use, especially with the bigger winter sleeping pad that takes quite a long time to inflate otherwise. So I'm really happy to have that. It's only 50 grams, but in my opinion, so far it's been worth it. So really excited to take that. Then some headphones. These are wireless headphones, so you also have to charge them, but in my opinion it's really worth it, especially when I'm hiking with Otto and I sometimes have the lead and then the cord always gets tangled up. So one of my luxury items, wireless headphones, a headlamp, a small book to read in the evenings, and a waterproof phone case for navigation, just so that my phone doesn't get soaked. Then next up, a bathroom and toiletries. I'm going to take a really small, lightweight towel, then some nail clippers, some deodorant, toothbrush and toothpaste, a comb. Then I'm taking some Dr. Bronner soap, some earplugs, some hair ties, hair elastics, and then some of these wet wipe tablets, so to say. If they're dry, they have like this tablet form, but you can add water and they will become a real wet wipe, but they're really lightweight. Then some toilet paper, obviously, my trowel, some hand gel, and my pee cloth. And I'm also going to take sunscreen and a reusable cotton tissue thing that I can use and that I can just wash and dry and use again. My sunglasses. And then let's move over to cooking and water filtration. I'm going to use the Sawyer Micro Squeeze with the CNOC water bladder. And for my filtered water, I'm going to use a 1 liter regular water bottle from the supermarket, but I don't have it here yet. I'm going to take a small Nalgene bottle. It's 500 milliliters, and I think it's really convenient. It doesn't weigh a lot, and you can fill up hot or warm water in it and basically use it as a hot bottle at night in my sleeping bag. Then my titanium spork, a small knife, then my collapsible cup for tea and coffee in the morning. For the stove, I'm going to take the MSR Pocket Rocket 2 that I've had for a couple of years. I'm really happy with it. A lighter, obviously, and a small towel to wipe my pot. Then a gas canister. I'm going to take a small one because I think it's easy enough to find them on the trail. And then my pot, I've made a DIY pot cozy just to keep the pot warm and to rehydrate my food a bit better. It only adds a couple of grams, but I think it's really nice to have that. And then for my pot, I'm using the Tokes titanium pot, 900 milliliters. I've also had that for a couple of years. I really like it. And then for my food, I'm not going to take a lot of food with me because it's really easy to resupply on the West Highland Way, but I'm almost always carrying 1 or 2 days worth of food just to have them in case of an emergency, in case a store is closed, something like that, or if I have to stop early because of Otto. I'm bringing one of these cup of noodles for lunch, for example, just a smaller portion. Then 2 dehydrated meals. One of them I made it myself with just some instant potato mash, some soy chunks for protein, some dehydrated veggies, and then 1 Yule meal, 2 small packets of porridge for the morning, some oat latte, oat cappuccino things, some tea, couple of electrolyte tablets, and then for snacks some dehydrated fruit, coconut, some energy bars, and a couple of spicy nut things. And then last but not least, the gear that I'm bringing for Otto. First up is his food and water bowl and a small bottle for his water. Then some poop bags, obviously a little squeaky toy. Then for his food I've pre-packaged that because I don't want to change his diet too much, so I'm taking his food for the entire time with me, but it's not that heavy since he's a small dog. Some snacks for him and some chewy things that he always gets when we arrive in the evening at camp, so that he knows that we're done hiking for the day. And then 1 brush for mud or something like that, and then 1 of these really fine comb things to check him for ticks. Then a bit of paw cream in a contact lens container. Some booties for emergency in case his paw gets ripped or open. Then a harness, a bungee lead, a small lightweight towel if he's really wet before he gets into the tent, and his rain jacket, his passport, and then for his sleep system a fleece jumper that he wears at night, along with his quilt that I really like. It's really lightweight. For his sleeping pad, a piece of a Thermarest Sea Light pad that I'm also going to be using as a sit pad throughout the day. Okay, this is it. This is everything I'm taking with me for my hikes in Scotland with Otto. As I said, we are going to be doing the West Highland Way, but then a couple of other trails, for example the Afric Kintail Way, and I'm also planning on doing the Sky Trail and probably some hiking in the Cairngorms as well. And I'm really excited to go there to see some new areas, but also to revisit some areas that I've been to on my last hike. And I think Otto's excited too, to get out, to do some hiking, to explore nature. If you want to stay up to date and follow our adventure, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and if you want, you can also follow us on Instagram. I'm trying my best to do regular updates there. I know I've tried this last year on my Thru-Hike, and it was just a bit too much, and I eventually stopped and didn't do daily or regular updates, but I'm really trying this time. So definitely check out our profile there if you want some more up-to-date information on our hikes and our progress. But I'm obviously also going to film our hikes and upload it on the channel, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching, happy hiking, and see you next time. Bye!